Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing my guide for BioShock Infinite on 1999 mode without using any of the dollar machines. Today we are doing episode 12, which will be Finkton Proper Part 2. So we just got out of Shantytown, now we're heading back into Finkton Proper, which once again will be a slightly short video. There's going to be a point where I'm wandering around aimlessly trying to figure out what the hell to do again, but I kept it in for the reason that there's loot on the way there that I pick up, so just bear in mind that that will happen, but we'll suffer through it together, because at least I get some loot, so it shouldn't be the worst thing imaginable. So, since we opened a tear to a new world, now we have, which I didn't really explain too much of last video, we now have the Vox working with us, and eventually they'll stop working with us and start to fire back at us. So you can kill your teammates. It won't count against you by any means. It really won't. You just won't get anything out of it. So we also have a new ability, which is I think it's called the charge ram. Essentially you charge it up and then you dash towards somebody and then hit them. I guess it can be good in some situational circumstances. If it is a vigor that you like, then by all means, you know, you're free to use what you want. It's something I don't really care too much for. So, I'm probably not going to use it very much. No, I really won't. Alright, so anyway, we got this guy over here, this RPG guy. He's just being an asshole. So what's one thing you can do to RPG guys that works efficiently? Obviously, Charge Ram doesn't seem to be doing anything. It does damage. It does hefty damage, but it wastes so much salts just trying to use it. So to me, right now, it doesn't feel like it's really useful. I mean, maybe if I upgraded it, maybe it could be good. I don't know. But essentially, a couple things you could do is just shoot. You could do anything, really, but a couple of the good recommended ideas to take them out is Bucking Bronco, knock him off the cliff. Yeah, you lose out on your stuff. You lose out on loot, but he's dead, so what's it matter? Or if you've upgraded possession, I think once, the first upgrade, I think gives you the suicide ability, where once it wears off, they commit suicide. Also, keep in mind, you can only possess one person at a time, which I think I've mentioned that before, but I'll mention it again just in case. Yeah, you can only possess one person at a time because that's all this game allows, I guess. Why not? Well, you can attack multiple people with crows, but you can't fucking, you know, use possession multiple times. Okay. So anyway, once we come out here into the real part of Finkton Proper, we're going to be introduced to an onslaught of enemies here. This is going to be not super difficult, but if you just stay back and be patient, this one should be easy to get through. But essentially, this will be a lengthy firefight, I would say. This is probably another big firefight that we have to deal with here. Probably not as big as it was with the volley gun guys, but relatively close to that, I would say. So now we have, looks like a turret in the background. I guess I have a crank gun on hand, so I'm just going to go and whale this guy down. If you wanted to, you could just possess it. That way they just, you know, turn their focus onto the turret instead of you. If you got the salts to do it, then go ahead. But I just decided to destroy it because why not? Luckily for me, I had the carbine, which is a great weapon for range. And that is also a good weapon against turrets. I'm coming back here for God knows what reason. I think I'm just looking for stuff. I think I'm looking for health or something. I'm just looking for anything really that could just help me out here. And then apparently I'm going over here to see if I can maybe get around them or find a weapon or something secretive that I would need. Well, there's a lockpick on there. There's something for you. I don't know if you can only get... I don't know if you can get that in the original world of Finkton Proper or not. I'm not really sure. But anyway, after you finish off this area, which... Actually, this really wasn't that big of a firefight. I thought it was. Okay, I was wrong. I thought this would last a little bit longer, so forgive me for that. When I was editing this video, I thought it was a little bit more lengthy than this, but apparently not. Oh, man, I screwed up royally. So essentially, after you get done with that small firefight, it's small now, you are going to want to head over to the gunsmith shop, and you'll find that they're dead. And then from there, you'll continue on into, I think, the factory might be the next level. I don't remember. Essentially, you'll just be making your way to the next level from then on. Oh, man. I feel weird. What's up with me, man? I don't even know. I feel really good, though. I feel really good today. I don't know what's up with that. I've been feeling really good lately for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. That doesn't really happen that often. I think at this point I had an epiphany to where I was like, wait a minute. Gunsmith shop. Oh, yeah. Because remember, folks, you can look at your objectives to see where you need to go, but 1999 mode does not let you do the whole arrow objective thing. So that right there, that voxophone, I think, might be a new one, too. Because when it comes... Yeah, I think it's a new one. Because when it comes to tears, whenever you go to, like, a new world, they typically spawn new voxophones. So for those that were interested in those, there you go. And what we have to do now is just wait for these guys to get done, and then we'll continue on with more and shooting people. So, oh boy. Yeah, I know. I can't believe I screwed up this part already. I'm sorry I didn't know. I completely forgot that this wasn't that big of a fight. Still, you still gotta have a firefight, though. I mean, most of the fights from here on out are gonna be, you know, somewhat lengthy. So just be prepared for that. I mean, most of every fight really in this game is kind of a big fight in a sense. Probably not as big as the one that we had to deal with. Well, especially the one at the end. Oh my god. This one's the big one. Okay, yeah. So probably not as big as, you know, it was with the handyman when he first appeared, but still close to it. But this one right here, this one's a relatively bigger one, that's for sure. I guess I should say bigger in terms of power because you have plenty of turrets around you and you have a motorized Patriot in the background just waiting for you. So one thing I should have done, which I didn't do, was actually speed this part up for you because I'm essentially just going to be sniping this guy until he dies. And I'm using the sniper to focus primarily on the motorized Patriot, taking him out in the back. There is, I think, rocket automatons, rocket turrets, if you want to call them, and then like machine gun turrets around here. So if you need those, you can possess them. If you really wanted to, you could just go in the back and possess the motorized Patriot, let him take out a few guys, and then come right back up here and snipe him out. My recommendation, I highly recommend just sniping this guy. Just keep your distance between these guys and just use the sniper to your advantage. Elizabeth will provide you with ammo if you need it. That is, if she actually finds it, though. And as you see right here, I'm mostly trying to focus on shooting the top part of his head because I feel like for some reason that does damage. And the same thing with like the little red glowing light bulbs on the back. I feel like for some reason whenever I shoot those, they actually do damage, but I'm not sure. No, it does damage, but I don't know if it actually does a lot of damage. That's the issue. Of course, there's also RPGs floating around, so if you need those, you can. At least, looks like the rocket turret might be a tear instead of just a possessing turret, so that's pretty good. I think you can also spawn medkits somewhere, too. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it might be at the end of it, I don't remember. Then after we take these guys out, we have to hit up on top of the Zeppelin and then fight off the enemies there. And then we blow that up, come back down here, and Elizabeth was like, oh my god, Booker, that was great, that was amazing. You know, do you guys not see what I'm talking about when I talk about the writing and the story? Does it make any... yeah, there's medkits. Does it make any fucking sense? Like, what? Okay, remember when we went to that one ticket booth, and then we shot up all those people, and Elizabeth just took off running like a little whiny bitch? And then all of a sudden, you know, she was still mad at us, and... I think she forgave us, and then the Vox thing happened. She was mad at us then, and yada, yada, yada. She's just so fucking back and forth with it. It's pissing me off. And then all of a sudden, like, we blow up a Zeppelin with people in there. We shoot down people in there. And she's like, that was amazing. She's the kind of person that's apparently not supposed to like death. Maybe she thought that the fact that Zeppelin was blowing up was cool. But does she realize that we had to go in there and kill off a bunch of people and then blow up the Zeppelin? Does she not understand that at all? Or is the writing just that stupid that, you know, that's how it is? I feel like it's just stupid, but, you know, if you like this, that's fine. Maybe I'm not seeing it the way I should be seeing it. I don't really know. Or maybe I just don't understand it because it's so smart, you know? It's such a smart game. My lord. No, it's not really that smart. Let's be honest, folks. It's not as smart as BioShock's writing was. The original BioShock. The original BioShock had it down pat, for sure. And hell, they didn't even really have to have it right. Well, actually, They had it down pat, but I guess it really wasn't that smart either, if you think about it. I mean, you know, you had your twist at the end and all, or twist close to the end of the game. That was pretty much about it. I mean, it was good writing there, but it definitely wasn't the best. I'll have to agree with that. I know. I'm just over here mocking people's favorite game, and then they're gonna mock my favorite game. Well, you know what? My favorite game is not perfect either, so it's whatever. It's whatever, guys. I don't know. Infinite pissed me off because so many people liked it, and then it just turned into this small amount of hatred toward it. Just everybody thought that, you know, Elizabeth was like the best written character of all time, and you know how it goes. It's kind of like with the Hunger Games. Like once that came out, like everybody was just all fucking excited about the movie. Like this thing is fucking awesome. I never even seen it, but we had to read the book in school, unfortunately, and when the movie came out, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. People like it because they just do. I mean, yeah, people can like whatever they want, but I'm just saying, like, it just bugs the hell out of me when things are just super overhyped. And it's funny because people say that Last of Us was overhyped, and I don't really remember seeing that much about Last of Us being overhyped. I just remember it being hyped up, but not like overhyped by any means. I don't know. Yeah, then again, this has come from the guy that likes a Deadpool game, so I guess I'm a bad person, right? So essentially, when you're fighting this guy off, just fight him off like you naturally would. He's not that tough. You have plenty of health around you. These guys are really starting to kind of lose their strength until you get to, like, the Abraham fucking ones, like, at the end of the game. Oh my god, when you fight, like, 2 at a time, and groups of enemies along with it, it's just a pain in the ass. But anyway, after the Zeppelin is over with, you fall out of it. No, you jump out of it, I should say. You jump out of it, jump onto a railing, and then from there, you go back to the big gate door thing, and then head into, I think, the factory, I think it's called. And then from there, yeah, we're technically almost done with Finkton. I think we're getting really close to it. Oh, you do get money out of it. I was wrong on 2 things. That's 2 things, guys. I'm sorry. But anyway, without further ado, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. So, take care, everybody.